Good morning, everybody. Morning Coffee with Cliff. I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. Everybody, as always, everything personal growth, self-improvement. Morning Coffee with Cliff. I was actually going to do this morning's session in my makeshift studio here on the island, but then I decided, wait a minute. This day is starting out crazy beautiful, calm waters, calm weather, and I got this beautiful island background. So why not go live out here on my deck of Elm Tree Island? And here we are. Thanks for joining me, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I do long form content, but I've been doing this little morning coffee with Cliff in the morning because it's live feeding in the shorts feed. Well, I go vertical mode in YouTube, which shows up in the shorts feed. So people end up coming on who aren't already subscribed, and I get to communicate and connect with people from all over the world. It seems that YouTube has been pushing the shorts. So when I've been going live in the vertical mode, I've been connecting with so many more people. So I wanted to continue that today. So glad you're here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, join a community of progress. That's what I'm all about. I got hooked on it many years ago, 40 plus years ago. Well, let's say 35 years ago. It doesn't sound so long ago then, right? 35 years ago. And I ended up going to a seminar that was being conducted by Jim Rohn, of all people. And Jim Rohn was the first person in the seminar field that Tony Robbins worked for. And then I ended up going to a Tony Robbins seminar, and it kind of opened the door for me to be changing how I think. And when I changed how I thought, basically, when I changed, things started to change for me for the better. Great things started happening. So I got hooked on, hey, what more can I do? How can I become even more? How can I become a better person every day in every way than I was yesterday? That's what the stream is all about, everybody. And look at this. I'm here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. And let me know where in the world where you are. Even though I got bright sunshine, I found a little bit of shade here. And so maybe I can see your comments as they come up on my screen if I have it set up right in my tripod. Good morning, everybody, live from Elm Tree Island in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Morning Coffee with Cliff, everybody. You are in the right place. Glad you are here. I know this shows up in the shorts feed, so I get to connect with people all over the world. I've been connecting with people on this shorts feed in the mornings, Italy, Germany, India, Russia, Korea. I assume South Korea. I think that's the only place where they have freedom to be hooking into my live feed. So, hey, I'm glad you're here. Let me know where you are in the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Let's let a couple more thousand people jump on board here before we put out some words of wisdom. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll come out. I trust in the Lord above. Sometimes we have to have faith that we'll get out of our own way and the words will come to us. That's one of the reasons why I like to go raw and real, live in the morning with Morning Coffee with Cliff. And so glad you're here. If you're just stumbling across my content, it's all positivity and it's all about self-improvement, personal growth, and those kinds of things. If that interests you in any way, then you're in the right place. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my longer form content. The channel is growing slowly but surely. You know what? It's the next quality person at a time, and you're the next one for sure. Hey, good morning. I don't know where you are. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I'm on an island. Normally, I like to do these morning coffees with Cliff from my little makeshift studio here where I do my podcast. But I looked at today and I says, wait a minute, look at how wonderful today is looking here on the island. So let's get outside. Let's go live from the deck. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. Connecting with people all over the world. Never been a better time to be alive, for sure. Let me know your story. I say story because I was watching, I'm part of mastermind.com, which was created by Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, and just great contact. As a matter of fact, Dean just had on Matthew McConaughey, and he was doing a great episode on really creating stories and how to tell a great story. And he was telling a story. Oh my God, I'm looking at a metamole right now, and I have to have a trap. Metamoles are kind of like a mouse. I mean, they're outside, but I think I need to trap them and relocate them. Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking in. You are in the right place. This is Morning Coffee with Cliff, and great to connect with new people all around the world. What a better time to be alive that you can actually turn on your camera, live feed in real time, and connect with people all over the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Let me know if you know where that is. Fortune favors the bold. Jump on the chat. Let me know where you're at. I'm in the US of A. And I have to repeat that because I know I connect with people all over the world, which is kind of an amazing thing. And why wouldn't we do that if we can? And how big does a tree grow? As big as it can. And that's how big we should grow, as much as we can. No greater joy than having a positive impact on other people. I have found that out, which is why I strive to do that on a daily basis. And I'm here with you today. Morning Coffee with Cliff, live from the island. I don't know who made this coffee today, but it's fantastic. Oh, I did. I made the coffee. Good coffee this morning from the US of A, everybody. Thanks for checking in. Good morning to you. Downtown Houston. All right, that's a new location. Downtown Houston. I have never before connected with downtown Houston. I have had Texas come on the feed before, and I love all my Texas people. I have many friends in Texas because I lived in California for over 35 years. And a lot of Californians have moved to Texas for various reasons. I ended up moving from California to Florida, which I love. But you know, Florida, I assume like a lot of places in Texas, it can be extremely hot in the summertime, which is why I come to my island in upstate New York in the summertime. So I get the best of both worlds, right? I get the beautiful, perfect weather of Florida from October to mid-May, and then boom, I'm up here at my island in the Thousand Islands. But all right, Houston, Texas area, downtown Houston. I actually applied to Houston Police Department in 1983. And I ended up getting hired by the LA County Sheriff's Department, going to Los Angeles, where I spent 35 years. But you know what? I could have ended up in Houston. So thanks. Good morning to you. Let me know where you are in the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Hey, I am all about personal growth, self-improvement. That's what my channel's about. But I do like to go live in the vertical format in the mornings because I connect with people from all over the world. And it helps me grow a community of progress, my channel. And we are growing one quality person at a time. And the next one is you. So if you haven't already, bang that subscribe button, even if you're just stopping by here in the shorts feed. And hey, check out the content later. I do a podcast. I actually do 2 podcasts. And so, yeah, I'm always thinking big. And I want you to do the same. And because there's no greater joy than knowing that we are growing, that we're making progress towards worthy goals. And that's really where life becomes fulfilling and satisfying. Knowing that we're growing, knowing that we're expanding and we're expressing. We're showing things that we learn with other people, sharing time and moments together with other people. No greater joy. Hey, everybody, thanks for checking in. I'm Cliff Yates. You're in the right place. This is my channel. It's all about self-improvement, personal growth, those kinds of things. And I like to go live in the vertical format. Shows up in the shorts feed, and I get to connect with people who aren't already subscribed. And I really love doing that. So I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. Morning Coffee with Cliff this morning. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, join a community of progress. And that's what I'm all about. Expanding, expressing good ideas and thoughts. And hey, let me know where you are in the world. We have Houston already in the house, as they would call it. I don't know if they would call it that. Hey, this is what happens when you go live. You know what? You never know what's going to happen. I have no notes, no teleprompter. There is no script this morning. It's just me from my thoughts through my heart and out through my mouth. Morning Coffee with Cliff. Thanks for joining me this morning. Well, that's good. Good coffee. I don't have anybody sneaking up on me, I guess. And they're here maybe kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding. You never know here on the island in the summertime. We got a lot of activity now around the islands. Oh, the sun's about to creep in on me. I might have to move over a little bit, and I will. because we can do that when we're live. We can take appropriate actions where necessary. All right, everybody, good morning. Morning Coffee with Cliff. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for checking in. All right, yes. Cliff Yates in real time, in real life, live, vertical format. I like to do it because I know it shows up in the shorts feed. Everybody, hello, I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, and thanks for stumbling across my channel. I go live in the morning. I'm here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I like going live for a couple different reasons. Shows up in the shorts feed. I connect with more people. YouTube pushes the shorts. And then also, you know that I'm raw and real. This is not AI generated. This is not a blue, what do you call it, a green screen. Hey, this is really my background. So I'm glad you're connecting with me. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. This is kind of how I grow lately. I go live in the morning and do long form content. I got a couple of podcasts that I do, but it's all self-improvement, personal growth, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. I'm into it because many years ago I changed and then things began to change for me. And so I got obsessed with how can I learn more? How can I become more? And it's been such a fantastic journey that I continue to this day. And it seems to keep me a lot younger. I'm living younger. Hey, thank you for checking in, everybody. Let me know where you're at. I'm in the United States. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. And hey, maybe I can see who's there. Hey, do you read a lot? Yeah, I do. I read a lot. Damn it. Maybe too much, right? But I love, hey, on the island here, a lot of reading time is available. And I have two channels going. I got my Island Life channel, and then I got this channel where I kind of focus on, philosophy and ways that we can become more, be better, better connect with other people, can be a better communicator. If that kind of resonates with you, then hit the subscribe button. This is how I this is how I grow the channel, one person at a time, one quality person. That next quality is you. So thanks for jumping in the chat here. Hey, normally I do this morning coffee with Cliff in my makeshift studio here inside the cottage. But I said, I looked at this day, which is going to be crazy nice here on the island. I go, wait a minute, let's put the camera outside and let's just point it towards the Canadian border. And I had a lot of people from Canada the other day that chimed in. So maybe YouTube, pushes it out to people who are geographically close. I'm in the St. Lawrence River on my island, and there's a New York side and there's a Canadian side. I'm in the United States side, but Canadian waters are not too far. Right over there is Canadian waters. Not right there. I'd have to point you a little bit over there, way over. That big mass of land way over is Canada. But this is the New York side. I'm glad you're here, everybody. Thanks for checking in. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing. That's my noisy background today is the nature God created. I have all the birds singing this morning, so that's why I put the camera outside this morning. Why not? Normally I broadcast my morning coffee with Cliff from inside of my makeshift podcast studio that I have here on the island, but I looked at this great, beautiful morning and I go, wait, I want to share this with people all around the world. Let's turn the camera on and put it outside. All right, everybody, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I definitely want to recognize you here in the chat. I'm glad you're chiming in. Thank you very much. It is a beautiful view this morning, and that's why I wanted to share and connect with you in a real, raw way. That's what I do when I go morning coffee with Cliff, everybody. It's all about keeping it real because maybe like myself, you yearn for, you know what I mean? Real shit, not AI generated, not fake. We don't like fake people, fake productions. Although for comedy reasons, I love some AI generated comedy stuff. But then it's for entertainment purposes. It's not out to deceive you or fake shit to you or make you believe something that's not true. And that's another reason I like to go live, baby. I keep it real. I don't have any notes this morning, so who knows what's going to happen. There is no teleprompter. I don't have a script that I'm reading from today. This is all about me. So, hey, if that resonates with you, if real communication resonates with you, then, hey, subscribe to the channel. I'm growing the channel one quality person at a time, and the next person is you. And, hey, it's all about expanding and expressing how we can do that in a better way every day than we did yesterday, right? Constant and never-ending improvement. I got into that a long time ago. I guess maybe when I went to a Tony Robbins seminar. I was a cop for 35 years. Everybody, I was a cop for 35 years in Los Angeles. I was a cop for 30 years. And you know what? I got into personal growth and self-improvement. And I was going to go to a Tony Robbins seminar. And I got a lot of, people on the police force were kind of ridiculing me. They were laughing at me. They thought that was stupid to pay somebody to go to a seminar. And then when I got to the seminar in Anaheim, California, and I got around like-minded people, all of a sudden I was around 2,000 people that were thinking like I did. I remember one of the first ladies I met at the seminar. She had 5, 6 or something, 7. I think she had maybe 7 hair salons. And she said, I closed them all down. And I brought all my employees here because I know that this was going to benefit everybody that was involved in my businesses. And she was so full of energy and excitement. And we had lunch together with her and her friend. And I thought, wow, now I'm around like-minded people. And it was really energetic. It was really inspiring and motivating. And so it's good to get around like-minded people who think like we do. Of course, it's good to get around people who don't think like we do and learn from that. Hey, I got a long message here from Danette. AI music is never cool. Support real artists who put their whole soul into the music they make. You should be ashamed if you support AI music. All right, well, I don't. So sit down and be quiet. No, I do not. I support real music. I support real artists because I have an affinity and an affection for them. Because, you know what? I worked for over 6 years at Universal Studios in Hollywood, on the City Walk, because that part of Universal is county owned. So we had a sheriff's substation there at the City Walk, and I met a lot of artists there because we had the Universal Amphitheater. And so I got to see and meet a lot of artists there. As a matter of fact, let's say it must have been 30 years ago. Here's a music story for you, my friend. I don't support AI-generated music. So listen, I support real artists. But 30 years ago, story time. I was at an after party at Universal Amphitheater, and we were sitting outside. My girlfriend at the time and I were sitting outside at a table having a dinner at the after party, which I got to go to because I was part of the undercover security detail. So it's my girlfriend, me at a table, and a guy. All right. And then, nice guy. We talked small talk and enjoyed the movie. We were talking about that. And then a lady came up and sat next to the guy, and she introduced herself. And she goes, oh, have you met my husband? He's a singer. He's just starting out, Brad Paisley. Can you imagine that? I met Brad Paisley before he had any fame. And I can tell you the truth. That guy was so humble, so nice. He's the real deal for sure. I love the fact that I got to meet some people before they really had much fame. And I met a lot of people who had a lot of fame. That's why I loved working Universal City Walk. Every year, they used to host the Country Music Awards there. So I got to meet a lot of country stars there at Universal Amphitheater. It was really, really a great experience. All right, who's this? All right. Like, for instance, they are putting out music. Waylon Jenny. I know, I hate that stuff. I hate fake shit. Why do you think I'm going live right here? And I'm going real and raw because I don't want to be fake. I don't like fake content. I don't like AI-generated content. I use it to create thumbnails on my YouTube channel, but I don't use it to create any fake I get in front of the camera, damn it, and I'm real and raw, just like this morning. There is no teleprompter, no notes. I'm not talking from a script. Hey, let me know what kind of music you produce, and if you do, I'll follow you, I'll support you, believe me, and I'll share it with other people. Here's another, man, I met the country's group, Montgomery Gentry, at the Country Music Awards. It was their first year going to the CMAs. And I was behind our substation at Universal. And I'm looking down the back roadway, and I was getting ready to walk down to the amphitheater to watch rehearsals. And here's these two dudes, right, walking towards me. And one had the big round black hat and a long black trench coat. And it was Montgomery Gentry. And I'll never forget, they go, hey, we're Montgomery Gentry. We're trying to get to the amphitheater. And I go, hey, I'll walk you down. Come with me. And I walked them down, and it was God, I can't, how many years ago was it now? Maybe just 3 years ago, the Gentry, they were performing. Montgomery Gentry was performing in Tennessee. And part of their deal with the venue was they got a free helicopter ride around, I think, Nashville, somewhere in Tennessee. And Montgomery says, I don't want to go. And Gentry went, and his helicopter crashed and he was killed. And the next Country Music Awards, Montgomery sang, and Gentry's wife and I think his little daughter was in the front row. Oh my God, I was crying for like 10 minutes straight. That was a tearjerker. But I had such great moments, connecting with people at the Country Music Awards. I never forget. I'm trying to remember the name of the lady. Growing up, my mom would always, listen to her music, and I got to meet her in person and walk her to her limousine. But such great memories. But I definitely support, real music and not AI generated music. So I like to support real artists. So thanks for chiming in. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your opinion. And now you know where I stand on real music. I support real artists, and I hate the fake, and just hijacking real artists and putting out shit. I was looking at a band the other day and I'm thinking, wow, I would come see these ladies. And then, after a while, you can recognize fake AI generated bullshit. And then I realized this freaking group is not even real. This is a group of fake ladies. It was called Shunned at a Funeral, I think was the name of the fake group. And I was thinking, this is bullshit. And they were in front of a crowd as if they were performing. I don't like that shit. There must be a way to stop that. I'll support you, my friend. If you put out real music, let me know what it is. I'll follow you and I will support and share. Glad you're here, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates. You're in the right place. My channel's all about, reality. It's all about being real with people, connecting with people in a real way. And I do that sometimes in the morning coffee with Cliff. Let me know if that resonates with you, my friend. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I don't make that stuff. I play real music. Yeah, baby. So do I. What kind of music do you like? I don't want to say, I talked about the Country Music Awards I got to see at the Universal Amphitheater when I worked there at the City Walk. But damn it, I liked all sorts of music because I would go over to the amphitheater and I would get exposed. A lot of these bands they had to hire security, and then they had to have deputy sheriffs outside. And so then I would end up seeing all these bands and thinking, wow, I like this music. Who sings this? And then I would get exposed to I'm not really a heavy metal fan, but then I would see some bands and I go, wait, I like this. Wait, what kind of music is this? Because I love this artist. And I would get exposed to, I'm thinking about Fleetwood Mac. How about Fleetwood Mac? I'll never forget. Fleetwood Mac was going to be performing at the amphitheater. And I was at the main back gate. And guess who drove in to perform? Stevie Nicks drove herself to the concert. She lived somewhere close by in the Hollywood Hills. So she didn't come in a limousine. She didn't have a driver. She drove herself to the Universal Amphitheater, and she was so humble. Oh, where do I park? I'm performing tonight. And I just happened to be talking to the gate guy at the rear gate. And so I thought, wow, you know what? That's so cool that she drove herself, right, to perform here at the Universal Amphitheater. So, so I had some thrilling moments there at Universal. And thanks for bringing up the music, because now I had to, it prompted me to go down memory lane. Hey, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and it's based on what I get back from you in the chat. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Yep, there's a boat going by in real life. So this is not AI generated, my friends. This is not a green screen. Hey, there's one of my neighbors. All right. And so it's all the real deal, man. I'll tell you. Hey, I'm glad. We're going to have a great day here on the island, but I wanted to check in this morning. Hey, raw and real with Cliff. I see I'm going to be low on battery soon, so I'm going to be leaving you soon. But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you are in the right place. And before I go, I want to acknowledge your presence. Morning coffee with Cliff, everybody. Where you at, bro? That's an awesome view. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, everybody. I know I've got to always announce where I'm at. I'm in the St. Lawrence River. Yeah, look me up, baby. Elm Tree Island in Hammond, New York. You can put it on Google Earth. Check out the rest of my channel. Please give me some watch time hours on my regular content that's long form. But I'm here live right now from the island, St. Lawrence River, Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I'm glad you're here, everybody. You are in the right place. If you are any way interested in self-improvement, personal growth, and how you can get better every day in every way than you were yesterday, then damn it, you're going to love the content. Hey, thanks for checking in. Oh man, I love connecting with new people. If you haven't already, check out the rest of my channel, subscribe, and you know what? Leave me a comment and I will answer. My channel is still tiny enough that I can answer all the comments very easily, and I do. I promise you that. Hold me to it. Make sure that I do follow up, and I will. Morning coffee with Cliff, everybody. I got to move my camera up because it's telling me that I got low battery, but you know what? I'll go to the end, baby. I will be here with you till the end. Cliff Yates, everybody. I ride it until the wheels fall off. I'm raw and real today, and listen, I know when I go live in the vertical mode, I show up in the shorts feed, which means I get to connect with more people all around the world who aren't already subscribed, and so I get to grow my community of progress, and that's what it's all about. You know, the message I got from Tony Robbins, who I've been following for over 35 years, who I met personally at Universal City Walk, and you know what? He always says, the key to being satisfied and happy in life is making progress towards a worthy goal or ambition. I think that's so true. And one of my worthy ambitions and goals is to have a positive impact on other people. And I hope that's with you today. And I do it selfishly because I learned a while ago, you can encourage, support, and love another person without doing the same for yourself. And that's why I am raw and real and live with you today, everybody. Thanks for checking. Hey, I'm glad you're here. We got a few people on board. Listen, there are no notes. There is no teleprompter. I am not on a script. A little risky, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. Can I make the same argument back to you? Yeah, you can make the same argument. What is that argument? I don't even know what you're talking about. Hi, how are you, my friend? Yes, you can make any argument you want back to me, everybody. Hey, everybody, thanks for checking in. I'm Cliff Yates. There's a swan back there. I bet you can't see that. Man, you know, whatever you can, get into nature the best way you can, even if it's for a day, jump into nature. Even if you got to step outside your office, if you're still a working person, you know what? Get some fresh air, sunlight. It's going to really help you get through the day. It's so important to get around negative ions, man. Get around crashing water if you can. You know, it's amazing. I actually like to visit New York City for short periods of time. But it's amazing. The New York City can be so overwhelming. The sensory input is so crazy. You know, it can drive you nuts, right? Or you can take it as positive energy. But you know what? You can actually get, I can't believe how the contrast, just getting into Central Park, all of a sudden you feel like you're in the middle of, well, you are in the middle of nature. Central Park is such a gem in the middle of a bustling city. You can get around water, a lake. You can get around trees and all sorts of different statues and forestry stuff. And you feel like you're a million miles away. But if you just look into the horizon, you see all the tall buildings and you think, okay, I'm still in New York City. And you got the skating rink. It's just an amazing experiences there in New York City. You can just get into nature right in the middle of the chaos of New York, of Manhattan. To me, it's exciting. It's great energy. I mean, I don't like it for long periods of time. For the past 25 years, I've been going to New York during Christmas time, and it's just been wonderful. I found out that 3 nights was not long enough. 4, almost. 5, kind of a sweet spot. 6, too many. Depending on how frigid and cold it is, right? You know, it's a labor of love getting out in the streets during Christmas sometimes when it's frigid cold and that wind's blowing. You know what I mean? And you got to get all this, you got to get your coats on and your scarves and your hats and your gloves. And you got to go out there and walk in the streets of Manhattan. But I love it. I like to do it. I know some people hate it. They don't find anything great about it. I have many friends. They've never been. They don't want to go. But that's all right. We're all different peoples. That's what I like about connecting with you in a real and raw way. Thanks, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, building a community of progress, one quality person at a time. And you know what the next person is? You. You know, I usually go live in the morning coffee with Cliff in my makeshift studio here where I do my podcast. But you know what? I looked at this beautiful day and I go, shit, I got to get outside. Why not put the camera outside, share this with people all around the world? I'm in the U.S. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Yep, this is actually part of New York State. There's a beautiful natural beauty of upstate, not the city. And as much as I like to visit the city, I'm about, by car, I would be like 5 hours drive. And way across there, if I could point the camera a little bit over there, way over, that landmass is Canada. So the St. Lawrence River, there's a New York side and there's a Canadian side. I'm on the New York side, but I do go to Canada every once in a while. I got a question here from some wonderful person. Let's see what it is. It's not like one side can control the truth. All right, everybody. I hear you. All right, you never know what you get. When you go live, you know, that's one of the secrets. One of the secrets that I talk about. One of the great fears of life is, one of our great fears that we all have is fear of public criticism, right? Fear of critics. But if you want to really grow and expand and meet new people, especially if you want to be a content creator or make content, you're going to have to expose yourself to public criticism. And that's okay. And you have to go with the mindset. I've been learning more and more and better. You know, other people's opinions and judgments of me is none of my business. They're going to have them. And that's part of the game. That's part of the cost of connecting with new and great people is, you know what? Some of the negative people, the toxic people, are going to have free reign to throw some shame or slime on you. That's part of the game, and it's okay. You know, if you think about some of the great content creators or people of great influence, right? They get a lot of haters. You know, you think, wow, this person is such a great person. You know, they have such a positive impact on the world and other people. And yet, wow, they have haters too. People jump on and throw tremendous hate towards them. But that's part of the ball game. And you know what? They go forward anyways, doing the next right thing in the right way for the right reason. And it's what we have to do, right? If you follow, hey, thanks for the hearts. Hey, love back at you, my friend. Hey, listen, if showing love to other people and kindness, if we were always going to get love and kindness back to us, well, then it would be easy, right? It would be no challenge. It would be no great thing. But we kind of need that contrast. You know, the beauty of the light is that we know some darkness. There's a polarity in everything, right? There's a positive side and a negative side. You know, I guess, you know, we need hatred. We need hatred in the world to show what great love looks like and what it is. So, hey, thank you for the messages today, everybody. I really appreciate you. Morning Coffee with Cliff. I'll be with you right now until the battery goes dead or my coffee's over. Hey, thanks for the love, everybody. Hey, Gravity A and Gravity B. I love it. Felden, I can't say it, but yeah, Gravity. All right, everybody. Thanks for checking in today. You are in the right place. And as always, it's time to get after it. Morning Coffee with Cliff, another great morning session. You know, I love you. I will see you in the next video. If you haven't already subscribed, glad you were here, everybody. I'm on an island. I'm on an island in upstate New York. I'm in the Thousand Island region. And I can't leave you with still people hanging out. I'm going to read your messages here. Bye, Cliff. Hey, all right. I'll see you, my friend. All right. Please and thank you. Hey, I love you. I love it. I love editing. Hey, society has been ruined since the day Jesus died. That's all right. But you know what? We're part of a greater community. We are citizens, not of this world, but of a greater world yet to come, right? And so if that's what you believe, then hey, while we're here, let's have a positive impact on other people. Let's take on the challenge. Hey, let's get out there amongst them and let's spread some joy out into the world, right? Rejoice in the Lord always, it says in the Bible. So if you read the Bible and you're a good Christian, if you're a good believer, then you know what it says in Philippians 4, right? It says, rejoice in the Lord always. Rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. Yeah, you know what? Be anxious about nothing, but in every situation, by prayer, petition, and with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. All right, I love you, everybody. Oh, thanks for checking in, everybody. We got a bunch of new subscribers to the channel. Always going to be positive content, self-improvement, personal growth. If that resonates with you, then, hey, leave me a comment, subscribe, like, and share. Check out some of my other content. hey, to grow the channel, I need some more watch hours. So, hey, get in there, watch some of my podcast. I hope there's some great value in it for you. And I will see you in the next